Idea Dream Home Season 5. Idea Dream Home is a concept which was born 4 years ago to bring to you each week loads of advice and information. And to do that, we have with us our panel of judges, Arun Vidyasagar and Anna Kuruvilla. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The question I have for you today is, how important is it to protect your house from monsoons, from rains?
For a place like Kerala, which has a very tropical climate, protecting the buildings from rains is very important. We had pitched roof, which had overhangs. Initially we had thatch, which later converted into mangrove tiles. All these had a lot of projecting elements which protected the walls. We never had cement plaster for a long time. The first thing that happened was lime plaster, which was harder than the mud, the initial mud plaster. The mud plaster had to be protected with overhangs so that the water doesn't, the rainwater doesn't hit it, and then it doesn't get washed off. So when it changed into lime plaster, the overhangs kind of reduced. So what happened is the overhang didn't reduce, it slightly rised up, giving more view to the exteriors. And then it changed into cement. But when it came into cement construction, what happened is we started losing the style of protecting the walls by pitch roof, and it became straight lines and very flush walls and unshaded windows and openings and things like that. That is what we see currently as contemporary architecture in Kerala.
The contesting house for today is from Palluruthy. It's called Fourtuna. Let's move on to the visuals.
Hello friends, welcome to Idea Dream Home Season 5. I'm standing next to the backwaters. This is Fourtuna Riverbank, 4-bedroom house in Palluruthy. Now I have a special liking for this place. The reason is the lawns. The lawns covers the entire area of the entrance. They also have a little extension to the backwaters that also work as a sit-out area. Now talk about the structure. Western style is, they are built in the Western style. If you look at the doors behind me, the transparent doors, they actually are a sneak peek from the bedroom. This house has two entrances. One is the waterway entrance right in front of me. Then behind me a small pathway for So I'm just about to enter the house, but before I go in to talk about the details of the exterior, the flooring used is black vertified tiles. They also have stone cladding and texture work on the walls. White and black is the color code that they have decided for outside. Now let's go in and check out the interiors. I've entered the house and I'm in the living space now. This living room rooftop has been done with wooden framework on gypsum board. LED lights have also been provided. They also have wooden flooring, then plush luxurious leather sofas have been provided too. Next, opposite to me is the dining area, so let's go. Living space, which also has a separate entrance, opens itself with bar counter. To talk about the detailing of this place, first of all, the rooftop, wooden framework in the center with LED lights. They have given LED lights inside the gypsum board too. Then they also have a few cabinets to stock up the glasses and all. Next to me is the dining table. Then that's also attached to a wash area. Then behind that is the kitchen. main living area, we enter this walkway that leads us to the master bedroom. They actually have 2 bedrooms on this pathway. The deco has been kept simple with wooden flooring throughout. Then just a painting. Behind me is also a painting, and wooden niche have been provided for showpieces. So let's just go inside the master bedroom and check out the details. They've used a lot of wood in the master bedroom. Instead of keeping the walls simple, they have instead used wood. The side walls, even the rooftop, wood framework with gypsum board and LED lights. Wooden flooring is used in the bedroom. There's a small entrance and exit that's gives a clear visual to the lawns outside. Wooden wardrobes have been provided. Then opposite to me is a dress. Me, Abel, signing off from Fourtuna Riverbank in Palluruthy. Hope you liked it. Bye.
Let's talk about the exteriors, Arun. I'll start with you.
For a waterfront house, I think this is the best thing to do. Give minimum landscape, or whatever you give as landscape, let it be trees that have trunks that go, rises up, and let the foliage go up. So that leaves the whole waterfront edge to our view.
Yeah.
So that they have done it really well. The next thing is the amount of pitch roof that is there in the building. It's a different kind of house. They've probably tried to bring in a little classic European style roofing. Very heavily done pitch roof, and there's a good veranda in the front, which is kind of good. But I think the veranda is in the same level of the lawn. I hope the water doesn't get in case of a flooding.
Anna, your views?
Okay, this house has a very steep slope roof line, and they have a beautiful view, which they have not tried to cut it. They've tried to bring in a boundary wall without compromising on the view. I'm sure when you have a house against near a water body, people can easily access it through boats and all this. So they've got very tall boundary wall. They've done it with grill. That is a good thing when you look at it. Landscape is generally, they've got lush green lawns, and they've got certain pebble garden in some corner. This will be a good space for entertaining or playing some games or something. It looks more like a weekend home. The entry, I think, is from the water side. I would have wanted that entry to be a little more grander.
Yeah.
I think the jetty which they have given, it's right in the center. It should have been moved to the side, which will give a better view to the backwater.
So after the exterior, it's actually the living room which speaks about the style and the style of the people who are staying there. So I would like to know what you think about the living room, the interiors of Fourtuna.
The interiors again, just like the exterior, there's a lot of mix-up. They have tried to do a lot of things. The living room has got a very heavy-looking sofa, very heavily done with looks like leather, and then interiors are dark. They've gone for a lot of dark shades on the wall, like wall paneling in wood, again painted in dark, and then the ceiling has got wood, again that is dark. Then some furniture again is dark. The bedroom walls, they also have paneling which is painted dark. So it's a little dark. I feel it should have been a little more brighter, like off-whites or even whites would have been nice. I mean, you have a lot of light coming in from the waterfront side, and all that could have been reflected into the house by having white walls. When you go into the dining area, the chairs look totally different. One thing about the house is complete area is having false ceiling, and they've paid a lot of attention to the false ceiling than what they've given below. The bedrooms all have an opening towards the waterfront, and the view is amazing. When you pull down the curtains, the view is really amazing.
What do you think, Anna?
I couldn't help noticing all the bedrooms have big French windows. The bar area suddenly pops up from somewhere in terms of color and also the positioning of it. The woodwork, the amount of woodwork they've done is a little too much on the ceiling, on the walls, on the floor. That makes a space look smaller.
Okay, so let's move on to the next criteria, that is decor and color. Anna, I'll start with you.
It's mostly grey, black, brown, and a big bright red bar unit in between. So kind of making you feel that's the most important thing. But if they wanted to use it as an accent, the finish of it should have been also paid attention to. Furniture doesn't really match with the style of the house, or nor would I say it fits perfectly. The size of the furniture doesn't really fit with the like you have a small bedroom and you have a very big bed.
Huge bed.
Individually those are good, the bed design is good, but it looks a little big for the whole space.
Okay.
So then the bedspreads and all, they've kept it to a lighter color. And curtains, they've paid attention, they've got good curtains there also. Decor, scope for more things.
More improvement.
Yeah.
Arun, what do you think?
I think the interiors are really dark. So whatever color is there will not be appreciated if there is nothing reflecting light onto it. So that is one important thing to note. Second is, like what she was telling, the colors are very basic except for the bar unit. And the bar unit and the dining table comes inside. The light is very minimal there. It depends on how the house is going to be used. The house owner, they have to decide which area needs more light or which area needs more privacy. They have given all view and everything to the bedrooms. Yeah, so that actually emphasizes the house's use as a weekend home. So they want to come and relax, and when they wake up in the morning, they want to see the water and have a nice feel about it. The fabrics, they've gone for white beds. So when you look at all these points, they don't have, they have not followed a special or a specific decor pattern or anything. They've gone, the only thing common in the house is the false ceiling, that they've gone everywhere. It's got a similar character of having wood, some cove lighting, and that is continuous all over the house. But other than that, it's just functional spaces with very dark walls. That is what I understand.
Anna, what do you think about the ambience, the overall ambience?
Though there is a lot of mismatch, it's a very desirable weekend home because the biggest plus point is the view.
Yeah.
And I wish they continued those big windows into the living room and made it a little more bigger, like probably eat into the sit out. In so many ways, the house itself says don't stay inside, stay out.
Stay out.
So if that is the intention, they are successful. Overall, ambience wise, I'm sure the space would be good. Yeah.
Okay, and Arun, what do you think about the ambience?
See, the exteriors are really interesting. I'm not very particular about the form, but the space around it is what will actually pull you down. You have so much space around it. You have water on one side. You will have a good amount of breeze and probably even stronger winds. So I think outdoors is the key to this house. Like she was telling, probably they didn't want so much in the interiors. So they've left a good space like a lawn in the front, which they'll be using. So I think ambience wise, interiors are dark for me.
So are we ready to score Fourtuna?
Yes.
So we will start with you, Arun. How much have you rated them on exteriors?
Exteriors are well set. House doesn't have a specific character, though they have tried a lot of slope roof and European styles. But what catches us is the ambience in the front. So just for the ambience, I think the house stands out well, and I would rate it at 20.
20 out of 25. Anna, how much have you scored them?
They really didn't have to do all those things on the roof. A simple A-framed roof would have done justice to the whole elevation. I was not happy with those tiny little posts in the front, but I think this is a renovated house, so I've given them 18 out of 25.
Okay, and how much have you scored them on interiors, Arun?
Interiors are a big letdown compared to the exterior view setting. They have gone for a totally dark theme, which should not have been the theme of the house. When you look at the view what we have outside, I think I will rate them only at 18.
18 out of 25. And Anna, how much have you scored?
This house would have been better if it had been sparingly furnished. Smaller furniture, and there was more space, just like outside inside the house. So I feel there's a little bit of cluttering because of bigger pieces of furniture. I've given them 17 on 25.
Okay, and how about the color and the decor, Anna?
With just few colors, grey, black and brown, they've tried to do the decor, but it is not enhancing the space. It's actually the whole color is being absorbed by that dark black brown color. So I've scored them 17 on 25.
Okay, and how about you, Arun?
I have the same points to tell. Interiors are dark mainly because of the color choices, the wall even probably the wall paneling, if it was slightly lighter than the rosewood color they have gone for, it should have made a lot of difference. It would have reflected a little more light. And apart from that, whatever they've used is just very basic. They've gone just for good furniture in the heavy furniture in the living room and some very plush bed in the bedrooms. But other than that, I don't think there is any specific decor or anything that is followed. And the only thing connecting is the false ceiling. So I would rate them at 17.
Arun, how much have you scored them on ambience?
Ambience, I would rate the exteriors better. The interiors are nowhere near the ambience in the exterior. Though the building doesn't do justice like what you are selling, probably even a single story structure. But I think they have enough available, and we don't know what the original house was and how the condition was. Even if they had gone for a single story structure with a simple A-frame roof, would have looked much better with the ambience they have.
Okay.
So I would rate the exterior better than the interior, and I would score them at 18.
18 on 25. Anna, how about you?
I still stick on the ambience of this house is good. They have such a beautiful view, and they've tried to make that the focal point in the bedrooms. Only the public areas, the common areas, they've compromised that view part. Had this been taken care of, I'm sure they still can do it. The ambience is really good. So I've scored them 19 on 25.
So judges have scored. Arun has given a score of 73 on 100. Anna has given a score of 71. The public has given a score of 36 on 50. That brings us to a total of 180 on 250. You can make your home look beautiful and great with simple ideas. Just look around and stay inspired. We'll be back with more. Till then, goodbye.